Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bree if you're new here. I go by Knots by Bree on all of my social media. If you like crochet content, plushies, tapestries, wearables, I'm your girl. Give me a subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends. Stop.
I'm trying to
I go by Knots by Bree.
trying to help you out, bro.
I go by Knots. I don't know if I'm gonna do this. I go by Knots by Bree on all of my social media. Stop.
Alright.
Today's video is special. I have a special guest with me. My husband.
What?
What
What I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to be like...
Okay. My most special, my husband.
I don't know how to wait. How am I supposed to wait?
This video is going to be a disaster, but we're going to put our best foot forward. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to be teaching him how to crochet. We are at a double disadvantage because one, he couldn't care less about crochet and he still calls it knitting and calls hooks needles. And two, he's left-handed. I watched a couple of videos to try and see what the difference was. I couldn't tell any difference, so I'm going to use words like dominant hand and things like that, so that way I don't confuse him with left and right. In the beginning of the video, we're gonna do the little trending questions only girls can answer. So while he's trying to crochet, I'm gonna ask him random questions that only girls can answer. Actually, after reviewing these questions, I think he's gonna do fabulous because, I don't know, he just be knowing stuff, like all the random things. We finished that, and there's still time. We're just gonna talk about what it was like being married. Oh, I forgot to mention, I am doing this video now because we are actually days away from our 9-year anniversary. We've been together for 9 years almost in a couple of days. We spent all of our 20s together. I met him when I was 21. He had just turned 22. But yeah, we spent all of our 20s together basically, and I don't think I'd have it any other way. What about you, babe? Okay, we're gonna just hop right in. We're gonna be using these hooks. I'm giving him my best hook. It's the More Clover hook. He should do fine with it. You can tell like it's brushed. It just works so much better. What color yarn do you want?
Black.
No. Fail. First question, fail. Black is the hardest yarn to work with. What other color would you like?
Red.
Red. That was what I thought you were gonna say. We'll go ahead and use this little bit of red here. This is my scrap yarn bag. Here you go.
Thank you.
I'm just going to use this because it's on top and I don't care. So the first thing you have to learn is how to make a slip knot. So you're going to hold, in your dominant hand, you're going to hold the tail end. So this is the tail end and this is the end that's attached to the yarn. Got it? So we're going to hold our tail end and then I just wrap it over the 2 fingers and make it X. And then you just pull the tail end through like that and it's just a little...
Like this? Under?
Yeah.
Under?
Yes, under.
Okay.
And then just pull it up. That's it.
Pull it up.
Just like pull it up.
Like this?
Yeah, and make a knot. Voila! See, now you can like adjust the size of the slip knot or whatever. So then with your dominant hand, put your hook in. Okay, and then tighten it. But not too tight. Just tighten it. So like a little bit more. Okay, cool. Like you see that little gap right there? Like that's what you're going to work into. Now take the end of the yarn in your non-dominant hand that's still attached, perfection. You're going to go around the hook. Wrong way. Perfection. Okay, and then I like to just pinch here and pull through. Okay. You just try to pull the little loop through the hole. Yeah, you can loosen it. It's your first try. Other way. Loop the other way. There you go. Now pull that loop through the hole. Voila. And now you have, don't tighten it that much. Okay, cool. Now you have done your first chain. That is called a chain. In crochet, you do chains, and this tells you how long your project is going to be. So in and out.
I can't pull it through.
Around, good. You don't pull it. So look again. Look, okay, right. Around. And then like pull it through. You don't do anything but hold. Make sure you're holding your working yarn. I don't think we're gonna be able to ask any questions, y'all. The confusion is real.
But
yes, perfect. That's it.
Okay.
Now do it again. The first question I want to ask you while you're trying to figure out this chain is, what is a water line? What's a water line?
One of those lines that have water in it.
No, what is it for real? You know what a water line is?
Yeah, like how tall something is, like where the water rises to.
Do you want me to gaslight you, or you want the real answer?
The real answer.
All right, the water line is this line right here on your. It's your water line.
Why don't you just say that's the under the eye line?
I don't make the rules. Have you made a chain? We're trying to at least chain 10 here.
10.
Yeah, I've already
be
chained
happy
like
to get through 2.
20. Next question is, what size do tampons come in?
They come in petite,
Mm-hmm.
small, athletic.
Okay, what size is athletic?
Athletic for them. Nah, let me stop. Athletic for them athletic girls that be like, working out.
Okay, so athletic is a size. Cool. What else?
They got a large, obviously, for the large,
Okay.
Tangs. They got them XLs too.
Wow, I'm surprised you knew that one.
Yeah.
But except for athletic, I think you know that ain't right.
Oh.
I don't even want to gaslight you on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because athletic isn't a size, it's a state of being.
Yes, sure.
Okay. How many chains do you have? Because now we have to start crocheting into them. We haven't even crocheted anything yet.
This ain't crochet?
No, this is chain. So how you count is the V's. Next question.
Mm-hmm.
What's foundation and what's concealer?
Oh, foundation is always obviously the foundation.
Of what?
It's the base level.
Of what?
Huh?
The base level of what?
Of the skin structure, of the face, like the makeup.
Okay, so where do you put the foundation?
First.
You put the foundation first.
Of course, that's why it's called foundation.
Before the concealer.
Before you conceal, you gotta conceal.
So what is the concealer?
The concealer is just like, let me conceal that in place. You know what I'm saying? Let me hold that in place.
What in place?
Huh?
What are you holding in place?
Whatever you make up for that day. Let me conceal that. Unless you want to conceal the oils of your pores, that might go first. But if you're really trying to conceal, I would conceal my work first. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'll conceal it last.
Okay, so you do foundation first and
for
concealer.
sure, because that's the foundation.
All right, yeah, cool.
All things are built on a foundation.
What's a primer?
Primer. You want to prime that thing. The root word of primer is prime. So that means that's first.
The foundation is first.
That's first. So you go foundation first, right?
Okay.
You build the house with a foundation first.
Okay.
So that's first.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Concealer, I feel like concealer is almost a final step. Indubitably, like, I feel like...
Cool.
And then...
What's the question?
Huh? What? What? So, foundation, then prime, then you do your makeup.
Oh, okay. So we haven't done any makeup yet.
I mean, you do your little like blush and glitters and stuff like that. That's makeup.
Okay. What's contour?
Contour mean like, you put that line right there, and then you make it like to where your nose is like, shoot.
I'm gonna finish out his chain for him because he's failing, and then I'm gonna start showing him how to crochet into it so we can just get to the next step. So I went ahead and gave him my chain because he said it's easier to see in this, and I took his red. In your dominant hand, you're gonna have your hook, and your hook should be on the loop. That's a loop. Okay, terminology. This is a hook, this is a loop, this is a chain, and in your chain you have chain spaces. Do you see like all these V's?
Yes.
So first thing you're going to do is in the second chain from your hook. So this is the first one. That's the first one. Yes. Now the second one. You're going to insert your hook into that chain space. No. Keeping your hook on the loop. Push your hook, push your thing back. There you go. And now push your hook through the loop. Look at my hook. It's just going like that. Okay. Try to keep your work facing one direction. Don't move it like this because it'll be crooked. Cool. Now, yarn over.
Hmm?
Yarn over?
Yarn over.
Yarn over.
This?
Your work got a little crooked. Can we start over? Can you pull out of your chain space? Okay. Pinch your work. You got the pinching part. Oh. So why is your working yarn should be in your non-dominant hand. This thing here should be over here. Okay. Wait, no. Yep, cool. It's on your right. Your working yarn should be on your right.
Like that?
Sure. Perfect. Okay. The second loop from your hook. No, you're going in the wrong direction. You're going to go into it like from the front.
That's
Perfect.
what she said.
From the front, just go on in and then pull up a loop. Like yarn over. Did you yarn over?
This?
Yep. Okay, and now you're going to pull that yarn through the first loop only.
Right here.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
The first loop is this one.
No, sorry, the first loop that you see, not the first loop on your hook. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay. Now yarn over and pull through two.
One loop? Two things?
Pull through both loops that are on your hook. Pull that one through those two. That's one crochet. Now
this is one?
This one. Now we're gonna go into the next loop. We're gonna go in the next chain space. The big one that's open is the one you just went into. So you wanna go in the next one.
This?
Yeah. Yarn over.
Yarn over?
It's how they do it when I was learning. It's like yarn over. Now pull through the first loop on your hook, which is your chain space. Now yarn over one more time. Pull through two.
Two what?
Both of those. Do you want more questions only girls can answer, or do you want to talk about how we met?
How we met.
Okay, you can tell the story. Or shall I? Because you're trying to focus. With your interjection.
What happened? Basically, we met online.
Go through the chain space first.
We met online. I reached out to her, tried to holler at her. And she denied me. She ghosted me. So, me being the clever person I am,
Sorry, yarn over. You're doing good.
I wrote a second message and said something along the lines of...
So you wrote a second message because you're such a nice guy? Or a clever guy? Is that what you said?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I wrote a second message and said something along the lines of, hey, I would, I forgot.
I remember. He was like, because I responded because I didn't want him to think I was a bad person. He was like, hey, I hope next time, the next guy that reaches out, you don't judge a book by its cover and you give him a chance and something like that. Does that sound ringing any bells?
Yes.
And they could be the one. Basically, he was like trying to tell me to be nice to other people because I wasn't nice to him. And I wasn't mean to him. I just didn't respond. I had just moved to Austin. Let me preface. This was in January. I had just moved to Austin in October of like the following year. And I turned 21 in December. So I was fairly young. And I didn't know anyone. So I reached back out and was like, look, I don't want you to think I'm a bad person. I'm just not looking for anything right now. We can be friends. I'm looking for friends because I don't have any. I don't know anybody.
And me knowing who I am,
what does
I
that
said,
mean?
oh, sure, we could be friends, knowing what the end goal could have been.
You're going to go through the loop, yarn over, pull it up. Oh, yeah, you just need to pull through two now, it looks like. Or is it pull through
just one?
Just one. Look at you! The yarn over, pull through two.
We ended up
texting and stuff. We moved off of the app, which was Plenty of Fish.
I don't think they know that.
Why? Are you embarrassed?
Yeah.
What better app is there for dating in 2012, 13? Anyways, I think one of our second or third date was actually like on Valentine's Day. Right?
Yes.
Oh, you want to tell them about our first date? How I almost didn't get a second date, right?
Yeah. She was just asking some off the wall type questions.
Well,
and very giggly.
That's just me. Your chain's upside down, hun. You should be looking at V's. I thought our first date went well. Ish. I only ordered an appetizer. I didn't order a meal. I also ordered an alcoholic beverage, but I had just turned 21. I did not know dating etiquette. I mean, I had dated before, obviously, but like not a grown-up dating. I ordered an alcoholic beverage, but not like because I wanted to get drunk, just because I wanted to try it, and it had like, it was cute, and it had a strawberry. I had my own money. I would have paid for it. So if it had been an issue. But I don't think that was the issue. You're not even thinking about talking. You're thinking about this crochet, which is so cute. You look so focused. I'm talking about my alcoholic beverage now that you said you're not allowed to do on a first date later once we were already married.
Yes. I mean, you could. It was like 11 o'clock.
It was a lunch date. Oh my gosh. Okay, obviously I'm insane. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, don't be like me, girls, or if you're young watching this, don't order a alcoholic beverage at 11 o'clock on your first date. Just don't drink alcohol on your first date. It impairs your judgment, okay? Like, even if you're going out with a guy for the first time, you definitely need to have, like, clear mind, okay? We're not here to get kidnapped. I don't know what I was thinking. But the thing that threw you off was my question about strawberries, because it was a strawberry drink.
She was probably inebriated at that point, maybe lightly.
No way, I had only had the one.
But she asked me why are seeds on the outside of a strawberry. And I just thought that could have been simply answered.
Really? Have I been annoying you with stupid questions every day since? Or what? See?
Pretty much.
I'm consistent.
Yes.
Your chain is looking fabulous, except it should be in this hand. Oh, yeah, show off what you've got. So there's his chain that he's been making.
That helps it focus.
Here's mine. Good job. And then you just go into the V. It's the same every time. You just go into the chain space, yarn over. This is hard. Teaching somebody to crochet is hard. My daughter tried to have me teach her, and she's right-handed, but she's just hard-headed. So there's a difference there. She thinks she knows everything. I'm like, oh, do this way. She's like, I already know. Then why am I here? What was it like being with me all of your 20s? You're now 33? You're now 33? Almost 34. Your birthday's coming up. Yeah. What's been the hardest part?
The hardest part?
The hardest part of being married for all of your youth, basically. For anyone thinking about getting married in their 20s, what would you tell them? I just feel
like there was a lot of growing pains because we weren't established, knowing exactly where we were going. We weren't established in our careers and just basically had to grow together. But also, it helped us grow closer and work as a team to be where we are now.
Yeah. It's also like we're really good friends.
Yes.
So I think that's helped us a lot throughout the years, is that even marriage has hills and valleys. I think anyone who's been married will tell you, like, there's ups and there's downs. That's just what marriage is. But I think having a friendship. What was that face?
I don't know if I did this right.
Anyway, there's ups, there's downs. But if you have that friendship as a base, then like even when it's down, you guys can still kind of like make each other laugh or just kind of hang out in the same room and be together and do things. Even though we don't enjoy like this, like similar things.
Not at all.
How do we do that? How do we be together? We just do different things together.
Yes.
It's different now that we have kids, but like prior to children, we just kind of like indulged each other, I think, in our interests. Like when we first met, he was a race car driver. I know it's hot, but he was a race car driver and I couldn't have cared less, but I thought it was cute. So I would go with him to like his little races.
Little races.
Yeah, his little races.
Okay.
There may have been some illegal activity going down on toll roads.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. But I was terrified. Y'all, I'm a scaredy cat. I was terrified like whole time. I'm like, what if somebody comes? What if the cops come? What if we get caught? Like, I was scared. What about you? Like now?
Live that fast life.
I am not about that fast life.
What do you mean? What about now?
Like, would you do that now? Like, do you think you'd be too scared?
I feel like it. I definitely with age I've slowed down because I don't even drive that fast anymore. I get more. I used to. I guess being young, you don't have like that big of a fear of things going wrong, but now, well, maybe because I have more responsibilities, I make better decisions or something like that along those lines.
Yeah.
But I get a little bit nervous now. When I drive fast. My heart rate goes up more than it used to.
Meeting him, he kind of had more of like a willy-nilly like freedom that I did not have. It was a shock for me, for sure. Little bit. You done?
Yeah.
You gotta do a couple more. It's looking.
I gotta save my golf hands.
Oh yeah, his golf hands. Let's end it off with.
When did I know that I wanted to marry you?
Yes, since this is our anniversary video, let's end it off with when did you know that I was the one?
There wasn't a specific trait that I was looking for, that I knew like I wanted, but there was a specific moment. I remember vividly, we were in Jared's and her uncle was getting his wife's ring clean. And I just saw her checking out rings and just looking at her. And I feel like it was just a whole bunch of little things that added up to that moment that made me say, yeah, I think it's time. And the next day I went back to Jared's and I ended up buying her what was her first engagement ring.
That's cute.
Yeah.
And I picked out the ring. It wasn't even something that he would have picked out. So what I have now is actually what he would have initially liked for me to have, just a diamond with a plain band. But I think my first ring was a diamond with like a halo around it, and then the band. And then I think it had infinity diamonds on the band. It was the most. Like, it was just doing too much. But then for our 5-6 year.
Dang, 5 year.
Our 5 year.
You lose track.
Yeah, anniversary, he got me the upgrade, but y'all, I am not. So this is something else about us. It's like, we are not patient. Like, if we buy the other person something, like, there's no holding on to it. So back to his story, he had purchased the engagement ring the next day, and I think at this time he was working at like HEB and Sears. Like, It wasn't like, this wasn't something like, oh, he just had money, he just went out and bought the engagement ring the next day. Like, this was something like he really thought like, okay, I want to do this, and like this is where I want to put the money that I've saved all through college and all through like working through high school for, like. And we had already been planning to move in together. And when was it? It was in December or November?
No, October.
All right, so he was supposed to hold the ring until October, but he couldn't hold it. Because what happened? You couldn't hold the ring. I'm
just the type. I don't know. Once I get somebody something, it even carries over to my daughters, that whenever I get a present, like, I'm so like, I gotta get rid of this because it's like, it gives me stress holding on to it. So yeah. So he ended up proposing to me in August, even though he was supposed to wait for our first night in our first apartment together in October. So that didn't happen. So anyways, same situation happened with the ring upgrade. He purchased it in December, and my birthday is in December, Christmas is in December, and he ended up giving it to me in December instead of January because he couldn't hold on to it. Yep.
Shame.
Yep.
It's my dog. Thanks for coming to my crochet with me.
Yep.
And trying to learn. Yeah, I don't think you should quit your day job. Or your hobby for it. But I do indulge him too. I learned golf. I try to golf. So I have a little club and I hit some golf balls.
What happened was, the story behind this is, I'm a beginner golfer, and you're gonna lose a lot of balls golfing, especially when you first start out. So I hit straight into the woods. So I went into the woods to look for my ball, and I saw this ball, and I immediately thought of her. So,
yep. Thank you. Yes, we love her. Well, that's it for this video today, guys. I definitely appreciate you being here. If you like crochet content, please consider subscribing. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you guys in my next video. We're going to be going through some Valentine's Day items that I think are perfect and that we should make. Well, it was great having you guys here. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Why do you wave like that?